Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BigSin podcast. I'm your host Sinji. With me, Big Tone Son and Bay, my
Yo,
co-hosts.
What up?
Yeah. Tone, did you see what this motherfucker Irby said earlier in the chat?
no, I have not. I haven't checked it yet.
This man said, cause I asked what time we running this up, and he was like, "Shit, I'm on y'all time." I was like, "Nah, man, you basically official. You've been like an official host for like whatever amount of episodes already." He was like, "Nah, I'm free DLC."
Damn.
Yeah,
I did.
man.
I have to just do that.
Nah, Irby,
Shit.
nah, I don't know, but like, I feel like if there's a day you can't do it, then we need to reschedule.
Shoot. Nah, man, you guessing.
You a part of this shit now, whether you like it or not.
Shit. Damn. I've never been part of something so great before.
He's obviously lying.
It'd be like
What?
that.
Nah, man. You don't have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I got anything that like grinds my gears this week. Anyone has anything annoying happen to them?
Yeah, I got something annoying that happens to you when you meet a new network, you meet a new contact, and then it turns out it ain't really a job you're looking for.
It didn't go well.
Nah, it was something like build your own revenue, secondary revenue streams.
Pyramid scheme.
I wouldn't say pyramid scheme, but I have been involved in my share of those. I believe the new term is multi-level marketing schemes.
I tried to get into a pyramid scheme. They wanted me to take a class on something, and so I like started doing it, and shit got way too advanced for my poor little brain, and I was like, nah, I'm cool.
You don't ever want to be in a pyramid scheme. Like the shit you do from home. Well, it's like, oh, pay this to get this class, and then we'll teach you how to do this. And it's like, oh, do that. And I'll get three of your other friends, and you can reach this top tier over here, second level. Get three more. Nah, you ain't gotta do all
Mm.
that to make money, baby. Shit. But yeah, uh, multi-level marketing schemes. Those grind my gears. You know, the girl you ain't seen from years on Facebook, Instagram, to message you like, hey, check out my AvoCare regiment. You just gotta buy the stuff and then you can sell them for a profit.
Mhm.
Nah, I learned at an early age. My mom
Nah.
said you ain't gotta spend money to make money. I'm like, you're right. Well, depend on what kind of sense you do, because if you do carpentry or something, you gotta spend a little bread to get the wood or whatnot. But those are operating costs of doing business.
For true, sir. For true. Ah,
Yeah.
shit. I think sprayed like a muscle or something in my hand.
How you do that?
I don't know. I was just yawning and stretching, and like
Mm,
something tweaked.
Stretching. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, not the bad kind of stretching, dog. You know.
You stretching something out, huh?
Wouldn't do that during the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I wouldn't put it past you, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I think between Tony fucking beating me 105-15 or 18, it's either 15 or 18. I forget which one. To you trash me 35-0. I think we can agree I am not that great at Madden.
Yeah.
Right? 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 Yo, tell me why I
Well,
got Steve's number and he's even gonna make the playoffs. I'm so disappointed. That was like a sure win.
Shit.
damn.
I don't
Well,
For
know,
those of you who
man.
don't know, we have a fantasy league in Madden 20.
no, not
Big
a
Tone
fantasy league. We have a online franchise mode going on.
franchise mode. Big Tone has advised us buying Madden 21 is bad, and for those of you who want to see change in the game, do not buy Madden 21.
Ain't no point in saying that shit. 'Cause motherfuckers ain't gonna listen.
Damn.
And knowledge is power, right?
I have no faith in the human race.
Damn.
Mm. You're in line now.
What about the ones without souls?
Damn, but like
Just the
three people I know.
damn.
Am I all three of
Yes.
Yep.
them? um,
My man got multiple personalities. You got Carlos, then you got Los, then you got Sinji. Damn.
Sinji. Or as Tone likes to call me,
Shit.
Lucifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The devil.
Damn.
Mm. Devil child. That's alright though.
It sounds awesome though. That's like that's a good nickname with Tone. It sucks that that's how I'm referred to, but hey, at least it sounds
Spawn of
cool.
Satan.
Yo, so
You know what? I got something that grinds my gears.
go for it, dog.
Apple phone chargers.
Yes.
They suck.
What do
Mm-hmm.
you mean?
There's no reason why I should be spending over $1,000 for a goddamn phone, only to have my charging cable only last for like 2, 3 months.
Yeah.
It's it's they should be ashamed of themselves. You telling me you can't make a decent charging cable for your goddamn phones? Fuck you,
Yeah.
Apple.
Mine's starting to fray. I got me one of those cheap ones off Amazon with the braided little cable part.
Hmm.
So it's lasted a while, but yeah, they don't make good products. And I hear the new one they said might not even come with a charger,
Oh God,
Oh
like a
man,
charger block. It's just speculated rumor.
Apple's doing the most.
they sure is.
Yeah.
That reminds me of when the Xbox 360 first came out, and instead of having it where you can play HD DVDs right on a console, you had to buy a fucking accessory just because they wanted to sell accessories. Like, get over yourself. That's why your stupid ass is lost in the format race.
Damn.
Yeah, that they kill me with that because it's like they know they should be putting them AirPods in there when they give you the Apple phone, but they give you them wired things.
Yep.
And
Shoot. No, they
Them AirPods suck too.
yeah they booty
in
uh
other news, Irby has
on the
informed me that that second stimmy is on its way.
Is it
You know,
really?
in
well
due time.
well
Niggas is
the article I read was saying that like they're trying to push something through because Trump's situation has like changed or whatever because he is now ill with a disease that well not disease but a virus that has a different outcome I guess should say for certain people. But
Hmm.
yeah, they said he told the Republicans and Democrats he said get it done. So
hey, 'cause I don't think we want Mike Pence running this country until elections day.
shoot, yeah, they said he dropped 2 oxygen levels, and so then they also said he could be home soon. So I don't know. The reports are conflicting.
So I want to say this, and I know it's not going to be popular. I don't give a fuck. I
Okay.
don't like Trump at all.
You said what?
I do not like Trump at all. Um, but the one thing that disgusts me is how people are happy how this man has this coronavirus. This is nothing to be
Yeah,
celebrated. At the end of the day,
Coronavirus.
at the end of the day, he is still a human being.
yeah,
And despite whether you like his policies or things that he says, blah blah blah, at the end of the day, he You know, when this pandemic hit, he made sure to keep this economy rolling because this economy could have easily failed. If the stock market would have crashed, we all would have been in trouble. So,
Shoot.
despite what anyone says, he's still our president at the end of the day, and you shouldn't be wishing ill on anybody, except unless you're a rapist or a child molester or a woman beater.
Shoot.
And from what I understand, he's not a rapist, he's not a child molester, and he's not a woman beater. So, yeah, shouldn't be wishing death on anybody.
I wasn't wishing the man death. I was like, damn, the tables have turned.
I don't dip my hand into politics. I from the very like moment he ran for president, I just thought from a personal standpoint, not caring about politics, it was a bad idea to have a businessman as president, let alone one who's has multiple businesses that went bankrupt. That was just my take on it. I said we're
Well,
already in debt. Why are we letting a businessman in the presidency?
I don't think we should be having celebrities as president. Like Ronald
Mm,
Reagan was a celebrity and he was awful.
he was.
Donald Trump is a celebrity. I'm not going to say he's awful. You know, I'm pretty sure he's done some good things, but I'm not into politics like that, so I wouldn't know.
But he's
But from what I,
clearly he's clearly got some screws loose from just the shit people post on social media that he says. I don't even know I don't know if he's actually thinks about what he's saying before he says it. Like it's just one of those things. Like if you think about it before you say it, you might catch how stupid you're about to sound.
I mean, during the debates, he basically militarized Antifa.
He did. No, there was the Good Boys or Stand Up Boys or what were they
Or the
called?
Proud Boys or some shit like that.
Yeah, he was like stand back and stand by. Whoa. But yeah,
Fucking Trump, man.
I said what got me by him was him mocking a disabled reporter. I was like, what?
This nigga doing both.
uh, he's
Yeah.
he's he's nuts, man.
Cause
But
I was
hey,
willing
man,
to listen to him, but
you're
hey,
riding out.
shit.
We got into some talk at work about this. Actually, we got pulled into it. Some guy me and Tone work with was talking about, but Tone wasn't around. We were talking about the recent what was it a debate that Trump and Biden had recently,
Yeah.
Oh,
where
that
they sound like
shit was
everyone's
a
saying they sound like
dumpster
children.
fire. Yeah, it sounded like
So
a dumpster fire in a trash can inside of a train wreck.
his thing was like they didn't really address anything other than like race. He said I didn't watch it, so I don't know. And I was like, well, Steve, pres when you run for president, the election is all about controversy. So they're gonna focus on the hot topic because that's what whoever sounds better to them on the hot topic right now is who's everyone gonna vote for. That's just how it is. But we all know it doesn't matter what the popularity wants. As long as the government wants you in there, you're in there. Because who was it? Hillary that ran against Trump last
Yeah.
time. She won the popularity vote hands down, but Trump prevailed because they wanted Trump in there.
Well, actually he got the states that mattered in electoral college, so that's how he basically got in there.
Hmm.
Cause the way they vote is each state has their little own certain number of votes, and if you can get certain key states, they're they're worth more than others. So
I feel like that's such a sham.
it is.
One state shouldn't be worth more than the next. It should be whoever votes in this country, you accumulate the votes, and whoever has the most votes wins. That's how an election's supposed to go. Not well, because because Jersey decided to go Democrat, or the last two states are Jersey and let's say Alabama. So Jersey's more important than Alabama. So because
It
the Democrat got Jersey, even though Alabama may have more people, Democrats still going to win over the Republican. That makes no sense.
it's not like that. It's like the they do it off of like population size and like um, basically like the I believe it's the amount of like senators or whatever you have per state. Like they're the ones that cast the vote for the state that picks them or something. But like there was I think there was something in the last one where some of them didn't vote how like their constituents wanted to vote, which is like
Hmm.
ludicrous. So yeah, it is a sham. I think it should be done away with, or they should come up with like a way to actually enforce it. But
Or
yeah,
why? I mean, why the fuck do I need somebody voting for someone for me when I can go
yeah,
and vote myself and pick the guy that I want? I don't need some asshole that's a state senator voting for me because he's
yeah,
only going to vote within his interest.
yeah,
No, motherfucker, I don't need you to vote within your interest for me. I need you to vote within my interest for me.
yeah. I feel like it's like they need to overhaul the Constitution because a lot of the stuff, like with the Supreme Court thing, back then, like when you was like 30, you only had like 20 years. So there's like, okay, 20 years, like your life expectancy is like 50 or something. So they're
Hmm.
like, oh, it's fine to have people serve for judges for life because they wasn't anticipating people to be judges until they're like 100 years old.
Yeah.
It's like and then the bear arms one too. Uh, that one was written around when we was getting ready to go to war with the American Revolution. So like they needed like people to keep the British out the streets and do stuff, which I kind of still agree with the Second Amendment, but like we don't need like no high power full auto blow people up type weapons anymore like that. But like handgun protection. If you want to go out and have an old fashioned duel with somebody, you can go do that. Some dueling pistols. Nah,
Hmm.
I ain't about that life, but nah, it's just like a lot of stuff, and you need to have amendments in there, and people don't want to see those amendments get ratified. But
Well,
yeah,
we may have not may, but we definitely have different views on the gun thing. Because I feel like if I had a right to bear arms, I should be able to own any goddamn weapon I want. But if you're some fucking violent psychopath, then no, you shouldn't own a weapon at all.
yeah.
Right. Well, on to some a lighter topic. Um, Tone, you've been playing Mafia. I've been playing Crash. Irby, you've been playing anything new?
Nah, dog. I just keep it 100. Playing
Ooh,
the same
guys,
old
sorry, I forgot to
stuff.
lower the game volume, so that was too loud for a while. Putting it down right now. All right, so Irby's playing the same thing. So, Tone, tell me a little bit about the game. You were you were actually suggesting that I play it.
Yeah, it's basically mafia game. And I'm not
Okay,
far at
but
all.
like,
I'm not far at all in it. Your character started off as a cabbie, and these two guys that are made men get into a car accident, and then you help them get away from the police.
hmm, have you played the
So
Mafia
then
games before?
I played Mafia 2 and I beat it. Mafia 3 was booty butt cheeks, so I never even. I probably
That was the
played like
best one, bro. Was Lincoln?
not like that.
People say that
I
was
ain't
the
even
most
beat
brutal
it.
one.
It was, man. I was doing some stuff in there. I was like, ooh, God. I was like, I don't know if I can play this around the kids.
It was pretty violent, but I don't know. I didn't like it.
I didn't finish it.
I probably put 2 hours into it, and I was like, yeah, fuck this game.
Damn. I've been playing Crash 4, and let me just tell you, they did a great job with that game. Like, it is absolutely phenomenal. The level design, the platforming, and like it's very rage inducing when you're trying to do like 100% of it, cause like there's hidden boxes, there's hidden gems, and like they hide this shit, dog. Like they really just fucking put them in the most, like, how am I supposed to find that places they can, and it's just like they like try to scare you into taking risks, but like you have to. So like in a normal Crash game, occasionally you can like miss jump and jump off the map, but it's the simple fact that you can like jump out there that's the major risk in that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they will put things out of the off screen where you can jump, and like you'll naturally assume you're gonna die if you go there. But that's where the secret gem or the few boxes you're missing, that's where they are.
Are they
And
though?
it is, they are.
How are you sure? Are you
Because I've done it. I had to take the jump. I had
interesting?
to take the leap of faith. But yeah, it's a fun game. I like it. It's not really Tony's thing, so I don't expect him to play it. But Irby, if you ever open
I will
your
never play
curiosity to
that game.
platforming,
Nah, curiosity killed a cat, man. I'm trying to live.
fair enough.
Shoot.
All right, so one thing I don't feel like we actually talked about enough, and it's just because how disappointed I was about the pre-orders, was what they actually showcased for the PS5. A lot of it we already knew was coming, but it was good to have some confirmation on some things like God of War Ragnarok. That game, along with Horizon Zero Dawn, um, Demon Souls, Godfall. Those games have to be one of the most anticipated games coming out for the PS5. Like no question, no, no doubt. There's no bigger contender or anything. Those have to be like the most anticipated games. Um, they didn't show much of God of War, which it's cool with me. Leaves a lot to the imagination, and you already know it's gonna be a great game. The first game won Game of the Year for God's sake, and Horizon Zero Dawn was such an amazing game, but with along with Pete's input and like his excitement and like the trailer, Godfall looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, Godfall looks good, but you guys know what else looks good?
What?
There's this game called Immortal Phoenix. I believe that's what it's called, Immortal Phoenix, and it's like its own take on like Greek mythology, sort of like. I think from what I understand Zeus and Poseidon are telling a story about a young warrior going around, and the game looks really pretty so far. The demo and the story looks interesting enough, like comedic with the commentary, which is it's not a bad route to take. Comedy while you're playing something that like requires focus and strategy. That's cool. It could be. It has potential to be a great game. But I also saw either one of you could jump in anytime. By the way, I'm like rambling on. But I also saw the
Hey,
PlayStation
second at top.
VR 2
Mm.
wireless. That is huge for me because that wire on the first VR is annoying as hell, and it looks like they're trying to get out some motion controllers too. So that's gonna be interesting. I can't wait. I don't know when it comes out, but I'm excited.
You don't play it now.
Well, I don't. There's not a lot of good games coming out for it. You know, as the years progress, there's gonna be more and more
Mm-mm.
games like Resident Evil 7 and Astrobots that come out for the VR. I imagine it's just like high budget type of games that like you need the right kind of company to work on it. You know what I mean?
Shoot, you ain't played me since the last time I whooped you in bowling.
First of all, I was just chucking that shit at some point
A loss
because
is a
that shit
loss,
was
man.
not working. Shit was not working.
Loss is a loss, brother.
But however, I'll try to free up some time to trash you in some boxing or something, dog. I got the
You
living
won't.
room space for it now.
You won't.
I will.
I'm whoop your ass.
You
You
won't.
ain't Canelo.
I'm gonna be Ali up
Shit.
in this bitch.
Uh, you gotta be a Canelo. You know your Hispanic heritage.
Mm.
But now, you see Call of Duty supposed to be out on the VR platform.
Yeah, and you know that's probably just a money grab move.
I definitely won't get it for the VR.
I wasn't getting it anyway.
I say
If
because
niggas thought
I
VR was
know,
gonna draw my attention, sorely
cause
mistaken.
God know motherfuckers finna have cheat codes and really be exposing the good shooters versus the bad ones and that shit.
Well, aiming with once you get used to VR, aiming with VR is so much easier than like aiming with controllers. You just gotta turn your head in the right direction.
Yeah, but I can see me now getting mad and fucking chucking my shit.
Yeah, man. Like it's because like VR in its VR in itself, if it's done right, it is such an amazing experience. If done right, you know, any given time, someone can just throw out a game called VR and it's actually trash. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, for the first time I played one that made me like motion sick,
yeah, and
and I
people
was
have those. Honestly, it might sound weird, but what I wish I experienced, a lot of people when they play VR, they experience like feeling like they're actually in the game. So like if they're riding a roller coaster, like and it dips, they'll feel that. And I don't feel that. That's like my head note like can separate me from the VR
that's
experience if
that's
that
cause
makes sense.
that's cause PlayStation VR are trash.
I think all
Uh,
VR is trash, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Tony, haven't
Which
you
ones
like
have
not
you tried?
experienced it?
I've played the PlayStation VR, and it was booty butt cheeks.
You played Resident Evil
Yeah.
on the PlayStation VR?
No, I think it was Until Dawn or some shit like that. I don't,
That was that stupid ass roller coaster thing, bro. You cannot base it on that game.
I'm not basing on that game. I just don't have any faith in VR whatsoever.
Yeah. Well,
Uh, I've seen them
see,
doing
I
some
got
amazing shit with VR.
When VR first came out, everyone was gun ho, and they were saying how they were going to fully support this thing, blah blah blah. There is no good games that have come out for it except for Resident Evil 7.
but
Astrobot's is a
see,
really good game.
the Quest has different games than what's on PlayStation now.
No, yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah. It's the PlayStation VR that isn't heavily supported the way it should be.
yeah. I say
The
because
Oculus and Quest and shit like that, they have like a whole community that makes their own VR games, and a lot of them are really good.
I was playing this zombie shooting one, and like I went tried to open the car door, I almost smacked myself in the face. I was like, oh, like and my mom, and I had a casted TV. And mom's looking at it, she's like, oh, you thought you would get hit by the car door? I was like, yeah. Like it's different on that. I feel like, and there's some other. other games where you kind of feel like they're like in there, and then like the zombie noise I heard made my skin crawl. I was like, ugh, the fuck's going on here? And then that bitch came out of nowhere and gave me a heart attack.
No,
I
yeah,
don't know, man.
you just.
I don't have any faith in any type of VR. Like I don't care about it.
But like,
And
what do
and
you
and,
need faith
and
in?
I knew that Sony was going to do this. I knew they were going to put something out and then not fully support it. I mean, you've seen them do it with that stupid Wonder Book thing they put out a couple years ago. You've seen it with the PSPs, the PSP Go, the PSP Vita. They don't fully support this shit, and then they just let it. They put it out in the market. They just let it die, and then everyone moves on.
Yeah.
Like,
But this is a sign that it's not dying because they're coming out with a second version. See, the problem with the PSP and things like that is it sounds good and it is good, but it only targets a certain amount of people. The thing with VR is it's expanding. A lot of
Mm,
people are like dealing with VR now, and like they look forward to VR shit. That's why Sony probably doesn't have the right resources to fully support it. That's probably why they haven't been putting out any blockbusters. But you know, Resident Evil is a huge title for them to throw on a VR, a heavy VR support game.
but I
So
feel
like,
like they probably can do it because if they follow like the template for the zombie VR I played, which it's pretty much you just walk around and do shit, and that's pretty much like Resident Evil
mm-hmm.
from the gameplay I've observed.
Yeah, it's all about the companies have to be willing to make something VR support too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And speaking of that, there's a new VR that's coming out.
A
I'm
new
sorry,
one.
what were you saying?
I was basically just saying how it depends on the company and with like the PSP and the other shit, like that just has like a certain target. You know what I mean? It's like it's good and all, but like if it's not selling, I don't think they're worried about it. The VR, just VR in general, that sells. A lot of people are looking for like new experiences and like it's a whole different way to experience a game.
I
That's why they're
I
coming out with it
understand.
too in general.
I understand that, but you didn't put anything worth playing out. You didn't do anything. You didn't give me a game that would like, oh shit, okay, let me go ahead and try this out. I just nothing. I'm not,
Um,
and I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm just old school, but I have no desire to put something over my goddamn face and then wave a bunch of controllers around like an asshole. That's just me.
Yeah.
it's probably because you don't like. Okay, so one thing Ray all day when we're playing games, one thing that like annoys him is like over realistic games. When there's too much realism and like takes out the away the joy in the game. That's probably maybe what you don't like about it. Like it's too much.
No, I don't mind overtly realism games. I never mind. I don't mind that. It's just VR. Just it's never appealed to me at all. I just don't.
Because
I
I'm
knew
telling you right
Sony
now,
was
like
gonna. I
Resident Evil
knew
Seven
Sony
on
was gonna put
VR,
this.
completely different experience.
I don't need a different experience. Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh, I need a new way to play Call of Duty. Nah, gee, I'm cool with the way I'm playing Call of Duty. I don't want to have that dumb shit in my face,
Well,
especially
call
now because, especially now as I live in the goddamn hood. That's the last thing I need is to have some nigga rob my, come to break into my house and they walk in my room and I got this goddamn thing over my goddamn head.
Shit.
all right,
Shit.
so like
Yeah, I hear that.
yeah, but like VR shouldn't be for a game like Call of Duty. It really shouldn't be. It's like it should be for like open world games like Skyrim if they do it right. Something like
Yeah, but see, but
something.
then they put out dumb shit like Batman VR and the like 2K VR, like little dumb kiddie shit that take you a couple hours to play, and then you just move on. That's like I'm not gonna spend this money on this peripheral. You're not gonna give me not gonna give me something that's worth playing.
Yeah, yeah. That's
To
but like
me,
it's just like
it's a waste of money to spend $200 on this goddamn thing, and you're only getting maybe an hour to 3 4 hours experience per game, and that's a waste of time. You know what I mean? If if Sony was fully backing this, like they say they were, then I would get uh like a God of War on there, or a Demon Souls or Dark Souls or something where it's gonna it's gonna take anywhere from 30 to 50 hours to beat the goddamn game, maybe even 100 hours. You know what I mean? But they're not committed to that shit. So why would I commit to your shit?
so basically like I don't think they're not supporting it. I think they were just over ambitious. You know, they saw a hot market and they wanted to attack it, but they didn't have. I don't think they had the resources to fully support the um the VR. That's why there was only a handful of actually worth playing games that came out. So like as far as as far as me personally, Resident Evil 7 worth playing. Astrobots worth playing. Um, even hell, even the fucking game I played bowling with Herbie on was
Whoop
interesting
that
in its
ass.
own way because it was like a gaming hall and you had like so many different games you could just play and it almost it's supposed to like simulate going to places. You know what I mean? So like even though you're still in the comfort of your own house, you know we went bowling, we went to play disc golf, we were playing
Fuck
fucking
that disc
dodgeball,
golf.
Yeah, but if
which
I want to go
I was
bowling, I just go up the
dominating.
street to the bowling alley. I don't see
But you can't do that with Irby. If you had VR,
that's
you can do that with Irby.
I get okay. So we're playing online, but I'm technically still not doing it with him. Like if Irby gets a strike or I get a strike, I can't physically give him a high five, or hey Irby, yo, let's go to the bar, let's grab a brew real quick while we bowling. Like this, you know what I mean? So I'm still technically not playing with him.
I mean, yeah, technically, but like the technical aspects of like a high, like all right, let's take the high five for example. Say you have no feeling in your body. If someone gives you a high five, you're not gonna feel it, but the sentiment's still there. So if you gave him a virtual sentiment, it'll still be there. Like, hey, good shit, dog.
You know what? This is what we were talking about earlier this week. Carlos loves to argue. This
I don't know. I
nigga
was just
loves
proving a
to
point.
fucking is he loves to argue. You may be satisfied with a virtual high five. I'm not satisfied with a virtual high five.
That's because you want to feel my soft, supple skin, huh?
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
You know what? That's what it is, Irby. That's what it. He
no.
wants to
That's
feel the
absolutely
skin contact.
no. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot different when you're actually out hanging out with the homies and when you're online playing a freaking game. It's a lot different. It's a different vibe that goes with it. Maybe me and Herb want to go pick up bitches. Like I'm not gonna sit here and try to pick up a girl with Herb on some fucking video game, and I don't know what she looked like. She could look like an Uggo.
Shoot, she could
You can probably
look
pick her
like
up
you
though.
with hair. I might.
Nah, I'm good.
Shoot, you got, don't threaten me with a good time.
I don't know
I mean,
what.
look.
Why do
I
you
mean,
find
look.
it appealing, Irby?
If you need a wingman, bro, I'll be the wingman, but I ain't touching that bitch.
Shoot.
Why do you find VR appealing, Irby?
Well, for me, it's I just wanted. I tried it. Tr- all right. So how I got into it, this guy at work was like, "Oh, here's I got this new VR set for my birthday." It's like, "Yeah, we're gonna try it out in the break room." And I was like, "Okay." I wasn't big into it at that point, but then I tried it, and we were playing like table tennis and shit, and throwing stuff and doing stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." And like there, I forgot the other game we did, but I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool too." And like they have it somewhere you could you like look at your hands and use your hands and do it that way. So like I was moving like that and going through and throwing things and picking them up. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I got me one, and then one of the other I use it for like my boxing training too in the mornings I do. So and that's like you can do like online classes too.
Yeah, it's actually
But
really good at like getting you physical too, like making you
yeah.
move and shit. So like another aspect of like VR gaming that like a lot of people probably don't realize about it is um a lot of gamers spend a lot of time just in their chair not moving. You know what I mean? With a lot of games, it forces you to be more active while you're enjoying the game. So like, if maybe you're not the I want to go out for a run type, but you'll stand there and put on a VR headset and play fucking ping pong for 5 hours, and at least you're moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
Man, if you
that shit
don't
got
get
me
your
sweating.
fat, lazy ass up off the motherfucking couch and go downstairs to get you some goddamn water, shit.
What
It's
does
a,
water have
but
to do
it's
with
I
And
said
going to get some water is going downstairs to the kitchen to get some goddamn water is at least some form of exercise. Like, come on, man. Like,
it?
but
But you'll burn more
listen,
calories playing ping pong VR than you will going downstairs to get water.
listen. I can
I,
easily sit here and play a game all goddamn day. I can, but there's also times throughout the day I'm like, yo, I need to get up. I need to go and let me go. Let me go walk the dog. Let me take like a 10-minute break. Go downstairs. You know what I mean? Get you something to eat. Take a piss. Maybe even go for a walk around the block. Maybe you know what I mean. Sorry, let me go for a walk around the block right quick. I bet now we good. We Gucci. Hey, if you literally just sit on that damn couch all day long and not move an inch, something's wrong with
yeah, well, mine's more so for like when it's wintertime, I can't get outside, and like it's fun doing the activities like the boxing, and then I was into like they got a stealth one and stuff like along those lines, like they're interactive for like me, like looking and like moving and like it's just like something like I enjoy playing myself.
you.
Like
Well, I'm not banging on VR.
it's just not
I
your
mean,
cup of tea.
yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. Like, I get it. You get more exercise, but I can also pick up a Tybo DVD and get the exercise on that. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
to me, I'm just not into it. I'm not into the VR shit. To me, it's a fad, just like the motion controls were. Like I hated. Uh, Nintendo puts out the Wii console that has motion controls, so now Xbox wants to do the what the hell is that damn thing called? The Kinect, which was retarded, and then PlayStation puts out their Move control. Like, come on, like stop it. So stupid.
Um, I wouldn't say fad as much as the transition into a new era, like like a station wagon. A station wagon back in the day was considered like the family vehicle. You know what I mean? And like I think that like eased into more SUVs. So this is like the station wagon to like a new gaming experience further down the future. That's just where the technology is heading. You know what I mean?
Well, it's been 4 years and they haven't done shit with it.
But the things take time, bro. Like technology. It's not like we have the knowledge given to us. People have to like test things out and like make it work. It's like really try and error. This is like
Well, these
making a
these
game
cell
like
phone these
make.
cell phone companies have been putting out them VR headsets for what 5 6 years now.
Oh yeah, but they
I
don't
mean,
have something. They're not running something like the PCs and consoles are doing. The cell phone VR things are like they're just that's like the kid version of what they're trying to do. It's like very much upscale. Like so, imagine imagine Call of Duty like the story mode, but completely VR. Like you can go anywhere, you can see completely around you, and that's something they're trying to eventually get to the point where they can do that for people who want that. You know what I mean? And that's just a completely different experience. You need to be able to have every single thing you see on a map on the screen completely loaded perfectly at once.
can anyone tell that this nigga's fully bought into this shit?
um, it's well, it's funny because like
But
the
you say
Quest
you
games
say
do
bought
have
in
that
as in
stuff.
like I
listen,
fell for a scam or
listen,
something.
listen. No, 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 no. Like you're bought into VR. Like this, you're sold on it. This is what you want for the future to be.
I
Me
do.
personally, it's just
I've said
it's
it.
a neat. To me, it's just going to be a niche thing. That's all it is. It's
I've
just going to be
actually if
it's going to be a niche thing. It's going to be a different way to play. Just like how that stupid ass move shit that Sony put out was a niche thing. The Kinect was a niche thing. That's all it's going to be. It's not going to be anything more than that. So they're not going to be putting implanting chips into your brain so you can play the game or however the hell you explain. I don't see everyone doing that. I don't see everyone wanting to do wanting VR to be the future either.
you'd be really surprised, dude.
Listen, I've seen enough in this world where nothing surprises me anymore. I'm just keeping it real with you. So I'm pretty sure there's a nice demographic out there that absolutely wants there to be VR. But like I said, I think it might be small enough to the point where it's just a niche thing, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with being a niche thing.
I mean, yeah, I understand. I'm just trying to explain how like it's definitely not just something that like it's definitely not like the latest Victoria's Secret model. Like once they get a new one, it's gone. I'm pretty sure it's something that they want to expand upon and grow in the future, like a fucking like a new brand model of car, like a high end car or some shit. It's like an upper. It's like a different level of experience gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
And
I
I'm
look
not
at it
saying it's
like
gonna
like
happen
a
over the next couple of years. You know, this could take like this could take a decade to perfect. But I definitely think like they're leaning towards trying to perfect VR to like have a true virtual experience without being in there yourself.
I
yeah.
definitely want to get a Sony VR though.
To
Oh
me,
what?
I want to get a
it,
Sony VR though.
to me, it's a
I don't
Victoria's
have a.
Secret model. They're gonna find a new one and move on. That's just my opinion.
Okay, so what do you think? All right, so in your opinion, what would be the next step from VR?
I just don't really. I'm not really a visionary like that, so I can't say. But nothing's gonna beat what's tried and true. A regular ass controller on a regular ass TV. It's tried and true. Motherfuckers been doing it for 30, 40 years. Ain't no one complaining about it. Like, oh, we can't do this shit anymore. Ah, it's tried and true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's nothing wrong with introducing different ways to play shit. I completely understand that. Do you? Like the whole Guitar Hero thing. That shit was cool as hell. DJ Hero, that was cool as hell. But you also don't see that shit around anymore. You know what I
Uh,
mean? It was a
but
cool thing. It was a
those
cool
games are
thing.
around a lot.
Yeah.
Like the Dance
It was.
Dance
It was.
Revolution games, those are still out.
Yeah, they're definitely not as popular as they once were. But and I'm pretty sure they're not generating a whole lot of money like they used to either.
Mm.
But at the same time, you know what I mean? Yeah, the VR will probably be around for a while. But I just don't expect it, to get any more popular than where it is right now. I said I don't know too many people that have this goddamn thing. I don't hear too many people talk about the thing. To be honest with you, I forgot that the goddamn thing even existed until you brought it up today. I haven't even seen that thing in stores in months.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, I've never seen that thing in stores. One
you talking
time I
about
seen it in stores.
you talking about the Sony VR?
Yeah, I've only seen that thing in
Uh,
stores maybe one time. That's it.
It's cause the Sony VR is not that popular. It's like the PC VRs that are the real hitters right now, like the
I see. Yeah, 'cause
Oculus or the Hive or the one Irby has. Because
they
those are what
those
everyone's
been
making
sold out for
games for.
months.
Yeah,
Like it took me like 6 months before I actually got mine for when
I
they
mean
was in
it
stock.
took one experience for Irby to get one, and it took one experience for Irby's mom to want one. You know what I mean? And it's just because it
Yeah.
opens up a new experience. It's like so. It's like it's like having sex without a condom for the first time. That's the best
But
way I can describe it to you because like who doesn't
I
enjoy
mean,
sex?
you could have said it was like I don't know,
Tasting
um,
ice cream for the first
yeah,
time,
to ice
or
No,
cream for the
because you
first
don't. All right,
time,
tasting
or
ice cream with sprinkles on it. I don't fucking know. It's like
I
when you
mean, the
have the
sake of
bare
sex.
bone version and then you get the upscale version. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to explain
I mean, he does have a point. The first time I went raw. That shit was amazing. I didn't
Yeah,
last
it's
very
just.
long, but shit.
but I've said the one time the little girl my mom babysits, we did like it was like a helicopter thing, and she looked over and we're like, take a step, and she's like, no, I'm gonna fall out, and it was like the cutest little thing, cause she was like, no, I'm gonna fall, and so
And it's like
it was funny.
it instantly turned something to like if she was playing it just regular screen and controller in hand, she probably would have jumped off willy nilly and laughed about it.
Yeah,
But since she had
Yeah,
the
but
control on, it looked like she was there. But that's just not the little kid, bro. Some people like they put it on and they have a general fear of heights and they can't handle that because like it feels real. It
so
puts you
this
in a
so, so this thing sounds more equipped as a party thing because you're obviously gonna have way more fun if you got more people around. So it's a party thing. Like I said, it's nothing wrong with it being niche. Absolutely nothing wrong. If I honestly, if I have one, I'm not playing that shit by myself. I'm gonna wait till I have a couple of homies over. And yo, you wanna fuck around with this shit real quick? Cool. That's the only time I'm gonna break it out. I said, there's nothing wrong with it being niche. You know what I mean? I'm not sold on it. I don't believe in it. It is what it is. I ain't banging on no one else for believing in it. I just, VR just ain't for me. I'm cool with the controller. I'm cool with mashing buttons and shit like that. I'm
no.
not trying to
I
get up out my
understand that. I'm not trying
goddamn.
to change your opinion on VR in like how you feel about VR. I'm just explaining how like it. I don't think it's just a fad. Like this is not just gonna hit the store for a couple years and just disappear like it
I'll
never
put it this
existed.
way: Sony might hit the store disappear, but I don't think the Oculus is
Yeah,
coming out with
see,
a brand new.
I'm only talking about Sony. I ain't talking about what uh what the computer companies and shit are doing. I'm only referring to what Sony is doing. Like I said, they're not. Ain't no one really supporting that goddamn thing like that. Just like how
Mm-mm.
I got this big ass touchpad in the middle of my controller, and they don't. That shit don't really serve a purpose except to pull up a damn map.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I haven't played the Sony one, but like I feel like there's a difference because I got a bunch of games for mine that Carlos don't even have for his Sony. So it's
No,
like,
yeah, and it's like, but like I just don't feel like they have the resources to do it right
and the
now.
games are cheaper too. They ain't like $60. They're like $5, $10 sometimes, and then they give you like a $10 credit every once in a while. So it's like you can find a cheap game and stay on there for like a good 5 hours till your battery dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play mine. It's yeah, but definitely I don't feel like Sony supported it like Tone said.
Yeah, I'm not speaking for what HTC or Samsung is doing. Like, I don't no idea what they're doing. It's Sony who puts out these fucking things, and they just they don't support them. They put them out to die. Like
Yeah,
you should have marketed it as like a family thing that's like almost like a centerpiece of the living room, almost like the TV was, where now you see old TV shows and movies where families would sit in the living room with their little TV dinner stands and they'd all watch TV and eat dinner together.
yeah,
Or after you eat dinner, everyone would congregate in the living room and watch TV together. So that's how I see the PlayStation VR is okay. Uh, we got a bunch of family and friends over today. We ain't really got much to do. Bad weather outside, or it's cold outside, or too hot, or whatever. Yo, fuck it, let's throw in this VR shit. Let's get it cracking. That I can see.
I don't think that'd be good business move because like if you wanted to enjoy it with other people would have to have it. You'd have to have multiple. And that's a huge expense. See, like I understand Sony picks things up and they just drop it off and leave it there. You know, they try to ride the wave, but like I feel like they won't. I don't feel like they're gonna drop this. Otherwise, why come out with a second version? You know what I mean?
To try to generate
I
income,
would, I would say to correct the first mistake they made.
basically.
No, but it wasn't a mistake. There's just not enough games for it. You know, it has a
That
lot of
that's
games. There's not enough
that is
good
my
games.
point
There's
exactly.
not.
That's my
There's
point exactly.
all
There's
right, but
not enough good games for it.
Sony can't make the games for it. The games company has to make the games for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Sony made the console. It's up to
Sony's first party studios, they absolutely can have a hand in how they're going to approach these games. Like Spider Man would have been awesome for the VR. Did Spider Man come out for VR at all?
Uh,
there was a
Now,
Spider-Man Experience VR,
yeah,
but I
see
don't.
that's not even worth my time. You're gonna give me a Spider Man experience? No, give me the whole fucking game like you did Resident Evil 7. I
Okay,
don't see what
but
that now
two
that would have
complete.
been dope.
They can't do that yet though. Because you know why? You need the technology to keep a map completely rendered, 100% looking great, swinging around the city, moving as fast as like Spider-Man moves, and that requires some advanced technology that I don't think they had available at the moment.
Well,
Maybe
then
the PS5 is gonna have it, but
Sony shouldn't have wasted their time with putting that shit out so early. Then they
plus
should have waited.
a lot of people like who have the PlayStation VR didn't even have a Pro, or vice versa, had the Pro didn't have the PlayStation VR. Which, if you want the thing to run ideal, you should be running the VR with the Pro. Which I don't have a Pro, so I had to settle for however it ran. You know what I mean?
yeah, I hear you, big dog.
Yeah.
It,
So, okay. So in order to have this thing run the way that it's supposed to run, not only do I have to spend $200 on a VR, but now I got to spend another $425 on a goddamn console that I already have because you didn't want to make it run properly on the old one. Yeah, that's terrible.
no, it's not.
That's
It's
just
not that they didn't want to make it run on the old one. It's just you couldn't. You can't make the original PS4 strong enough to run something with that technology. It's just the tech. It's like okay, it's like your car, right? Dealerships don't need or car companies don't need to come out with a new model every freaking year. But every year there's something new in a car. Why is it why is the 2021 have the backup camera standard when you can just start putting it on the 2020s? It's because
you do
that's
you do realize that these car companies when they put out a new car, the new features that they have, they already have this planned out years and years and years ahead of time. They already have this stuff planned out. And the reason why they do it like that is because usually someone who maybe the 2020 Kia Sorento comes out, but someone isn't looking to buy another car yet. But the 2021 Sorento comes out, this dude is ready to buy. Okay, well fuck it, let me go ahead and grab this one. What's the point of grabbing the 2020 when I can get a brand new 2021, no miles. You know what I mean?
it's
You could
It's
get
also
a
the same.
2020
It's the
without
same.
miles too.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing phone companies do. You know what I mean? The iPhone 11 doesn't run any different than my iPhone XS Max. The only difference is it has three ugly ass cameras on the back of that phone, and they have the brand new chip in there that they claim makes the phone run faster. And I guarantee you, it probably runs at the same speed as my XS Max. But like I've been saying for years, Apple is known for putting out updates to slow down your shit to force you to spend another $1,000 on a brand new phone.
but what a
See,
lot of people don't realize about cars and phones and shit like that is like you yeah, you're getting the same phone, you're probably spending the same amount of money, but they're not. The technology that they're putting into cars, that yeah, they probably plan on doing this, but as the years go on, that technology gets cheaper for them to do,
And the
which makes
cars don't get any
and
cheaper.
which means the technology goes into lower base models, and some features you want become more affordable. You know what I mean? it's essentially the same with like all technology. As the years progress, things come out when they're brand new, they're expensive as shit. As the years keep going, what you wanted becomes cheaper and cheaper, and like maybe you don't want the new shit. Maybe you just wanted the shit that came out in 2017. Shit that came out 2017 is standard now in the 2020. You know what I mean? Or unless you're like what's that? With the Nissan, where your base model still has rolling windows. Eventually their base model is gonna come with automatic windows. You know what I mean? That's just how life works. It's gonna be cheap enough for them to just put it in their base models. That's
Bitch
just
got
like the tech.
2020. Roll down
What's
windows
up?
to 2020. I said, if a bitch got roll down windows to 2020, y'all need to go back to the slab. Work
They
on
do,
yourself.
bro. They have standard cars. Their base models roll down windows. I didn't believe it. I don't know if they changed that anytime soon, but I didn't. Someone I saw the came to trade in a Nissan, and lo and behold, they had a roll down. I was like, yo. And it was something they were like, it was a loaner too. It was like a fairly new fucking car. It's like they're still rolling out, but like it's all about the brand. It's all about how they make shit and whatnot. Because the base model to a Honda, you'll still get the automatic window. You know what I mean? So it's just about, as the years develop, these things become less costly, and you can move it down to the lower model, and then someone who can afford the base model gets a little more technology next year. That's just all that is.
Alright, we done talking about this whack ass VR.
Well, we were actually talking about cars at that point, but
Wow, we
yeah,
done talking about cars and VR and shit.
I guess.
I would say it looked like they gave you a new helmet when you died.
So, anything else interesting?
Nope.
Nah,
No, no, nothing. No one's got anything exciting going on in their life.
Well, if you
nah.
call moving to the hood exciting, sure.
Hey, man. Sometimes you need to remember your roots.
I don't want to remember my roots.
Shit. Lord knows every time
I'm
I pass by my hood, man. Listen,
I'm from
I'm glad I live.
I'm from a resort town, a nice, safe resort town. I don't want to be in this mother.
It said resort town.
Yeah.
Damn, I
Herbie, you
hear
got
that.
anything interesting?
Nah, none too interesting. I mean, I built some models, past few days. They look cool.
Hey, man, it's always good to
So,
have a hobby. I
yeah, I
think,
don't like
anyway.
being lame like you.
Damn.
Oh, well, there we go.
You know how to give me a little parting shot in there.
It's like, sir, I record multiple things.
Nah, that's basically a job, another job, homie.
Hey, that shit's a hobby till it pays
Eh,
me.
nah,
That's how I see it. That shit's a hobby till I get
nah,
paid for it.
man. You be leaving the homies to do it. That's work, bro. It's not a hobby. Oh, sorry, man. I can't. I got to do this recording. That sounds like some of you say like, oh, I need a ride from here. I can't, man. I got to work. Pretty much the same thing.
Oh, versus versus the 4 hour long phone calls that you be dipping on us for.
See, that's different. That be
Hey,
for
nah, it ain't different, bro. You can take
talking
that
to
call another
people.
time.
Could I?
If they just a friend, you can.
Sometimes you can take a
Uh
different
huh.
call, different time. Sometimes you can't.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
We banging out song suggestions.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't got
son.
none.
You ain't got none. All right,
Uh-uh.
I'll start it off. Free from it all from the Cray. Don't really remember the song. It's on my something I liked on Pandora. At this point, I'm just scrolling through the list.
Mm, terrible.
It's
I
good
am
enough I
going
liked
to
it.
go with P Rock and CL Smooth. Take you there. I'm not giving you
Mm-hmm.
an explanation, motherfuckers. Go listen to it.
Mm,
Damn.
damn. Shoot, what I'm gonna do? Let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the
Do the Humpty Hump.
hmm, nah, maybe do a shoot, what's a good song? Shit, I don't know, man. I ain't got an old school one. I ain't been listening to music like that. Mm,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really listen to music a lot like I used to.
I
shoot,
listen to music every day.
I really
that's
don't.
how. When you get older, man, you know, music just don't be hitting like it used to back in the day.
Nah, man. I no, I think that's all like based on like how you feel about it's like, you guys could live without it. You know what I mean? You probably could. Um, I just
Nigga,
music is
I
just one
live
of
without
those
it every day,
things.
my
You
guy.
dag all right, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like music's
I
just
could
one of
do
those
one
things
with
that's constantly there for me.
CL Smooth. They reminisce over you.
Ooh, Trouble T. Roy. Love that. I was actually just listening to that song yesterday.
Shoot, I do enjoy that song. No, 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 no. I can't do the little beat, but shoot,
I fucking love that
yeah.
song, man. That's a great. I actually was listening to that song yesterday and almost teared up because I was thinking
Yeah.
about a lot of people I know from high school that have died from drug overdoses and just some random wild shit. You know that song. It's a CL Smooth basically tells a tale about his family, but then the songs I did was based on the guy that used to hang out with Heavy D and shit. You know, the Pete Rock and Heavy D are cousins. So
Ah,
apparently they were hanging out someplace one day, and the guy Troy was messing around with someone else, and he wound up falling off the side of a building and dying. So that's where the inspiration for that song comes from. So whenever I listen to that song, I just think about a lot of the people I knew and a lot of friends I know that have died over the years, and it can be heavy on the heart, but it's still a great song.
Damn, nigga sounded more passionate about Herbie's suggestion is oh, that's what's up. So I'm taking this suggestion. Pick something else, Herbie.
Well, I mean, hey, certain things mean different. Like for instance, you could take a song. What the hell's that song called? It's by Souls of Mischief. Um, the fuck's the song? 93 to Infinity, right? That song is basically just telling people how they hang out. I
Mm.
used to listen to that song on repeat before me and my wife got married and we broke up. I used to listen to that song on repeat every single day for 3 to 4 months. So to me, that song basically I read into that song like, yo, man, no matter what you're going through, hold your head up high, bro, and you'll get through it. You know what I mean?
I
yeah,
feel you.
that's good thing about music. That it means different things to different people at different
Exactly.
times. Just what you're going through.
That's why I love
Exactly.
music, bro. There's always a song for a mood, always a song for a moment, always just a song to vibe to. I don't I couldn't see myself like never listening to music again.
I probably
You know what I mean?
could. I'll be
Yeah,
okay.
I
and
couldn't
then
do
you
it.
know when I get on my militant shit, I'll listen to Ice Cube's "Horny Little Devil."
Mm.
Shoot, I used to like that song. Ruthless Villain. He it
Mm.
was MC Ren on there. Wasn't Ice Cube though. Yeah, give it a
Oh,
listen. Especially,
I love MC Ren's Final Frontier.
I haven't heard the album. I probably heard songs off of it, but I haven't heard it.
Well,
I
I haven't actually listened to the album, just that song. I think the album and the song is both called Final Frontier. But yeah, let me tell you something, man. And I think it's a damn shame. MC Ren is an underrated MC.
Some people said he can't really rap, but I can see their argument in some things he says. But like, I never had a problem with him. I like that song, Express Yourself too.
Yeah,
That was my
like
is the
jam.
expression something I'm
like
thinking of?
Might be. Which
Express
one are you thinking?
yourself.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait,
Get
let's not
straight and
forget it
meditate
was
like a Buddhist.
It was the DOC, Ice Cube, and MC Ren were writing the rhymes for NWA. Even though it was mostly Ice Cube, MC Ren still wrote some rhymes. The DOC still wrote some rhymes. If anyone don't know who the DOC is, you need to go look it up because that motherfucker also dropped the West Coast Classic back in the day.
What some people don't like, what some people like fail to realize, and like it can apply to like all forms of music, and it's why like hip hop is very rhyme oriented. With the wordplay and like you get like you just like their rhyming in general. Like if this shit lines up, but like a lot of music is um just a higher form of like poetry. You know, a lot of artists started with poetry, and you don't need to always rhyme to get your point across. And that's probably like a lot of people's arguments for like whether someone's a good rapper or artist or not. Like, nah, this when he's spitting, he doesn't really rhyme so much. I'm like, maybe he's not trying to rhyme. Maybe he's trying to deliver a message, and you're not picking up the message. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always like the old school songs, like the Slicker Ricks with the stories and telling the stuff. Those are some of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I
But
mean, in my opinion, Ice Cube and Slick Rick's two of the best storytellers ever to do it.
Yeah,
That
but
motherfucking what was that one song I suggested? I think it was like Gangsta Fairy Tales. I think it was on Ice Cube's first album. Man, that's just a classic, man.
shoot, Grandmaster Flash is another one I like.
I know a
um,
lot of people will consider Ice T whack. I really love Ice T. I love me some Ice T.
to each their own, man. I don't think I've ever given him a shot. But do we have any ending disclosures we wanna, or any statements we want to disclose or whatever?
Don't try this at home, kids.
It's precisely what we're trying this.
Leave this to the
Tone.
professionals.
Like the great Michael Jordan said, "Fuck them kids."
Damn.
Shoot, damn.
Um, for anyone who's interested and just doesn't want to spend the type of money that they would, I actually tried Scentbird, or got a scent box, whatever, from Scentbird. $20
Nah,
subscription a
man,
month.
don't give no shout out, man.
Hey
They ain't
man,
sponsoring
nah,
us.
nigga. Maybe we'll get a sponsorship. Fuck.
Nah.
I'll hit them niggas up right now. But twenty
Actually, you know
dollars a
what?
month, you get a wish list, and they send you cologne. Tone has actually tried something similar to this, if not this, and from what I hear
I
from
like
him,
I liked it. It's just I was just like I wasn't like I don't wear cologne to work. To me, it's stupid. I'm not going to work to smell good for a bunch of men. You know, so
I
I stopped
I
wearing
like
it.
to smell good for me. But yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but see, I had my soap and my lotion and stuff like that. Like I still smell fresh and I still smell good. It's just I feel like if I'm gonna wear cologne, I'm either I'm going out or maybe going to run some errands and stuff. You know, put a little spritz on, but I'm not gonna wear it to work. It's just. And also, I would like to rescind what I said earlier about Michael Jordan fucking them kids. Um, what I will say is chasing women is hustling backwards. Chase the money because the women come with the money.
Mm.
I don't know where you got that from, but I got that from Sean.
I got that from 50,
Mm.
2005, the Massacre album.
Yeah, that's probably his last best album.
And I'm
All
surprised
right.
that
Well,
struck as big.
I think that's wrapping it up. Remember, guys, you can find us on YouTube, BigSin podcast. You can find us on Spotify, and you can find us on Instagram. It's BigSin. Shit, I forgot our Instagram. It might be BigSin 2020, but I think it's just BigSin. Um,
Drink plenty of water out there, gallon of water a day.
Fuck
ooh,
that water.
that's
Keep your
Straight
deep.
skin
liquor,
You
looking,
know what I'm
baby.
saying? We
keep
get
keep
two sides of the
keep
coin here.
keep your skin looking nice and fresh. Don't wear a condom. Condoms are useless.
Damn. Nah,
Damn.
kids, wrap up, bro. It's
Yeah, you don't want
99%
a kid when you
effective.
a kid, bro.
Hmm
Let's cut out the Spanish traditions.
You lucky you ain't got three of them running around.
I hope I don't.
You probably do.
I hope
Somewhere,
not.
some ugly little baby talking about, "Mama, who my daddy?"
Shit, she don't know.
Man, there was a time where I was single, and a year after I had got back with my wife, I had to keep going on Facebook to make sure I ain't had no kids out there. So, you know,
Mm.
I was being a little reckless back then. So as of
It's
now, I
honest.
only got one child.
There you go,
Shoot, I'm
though.
finna
That's all
donate
you
to the
need.
sperm bank, baby.
Mmm.
Nah, I'm cool.
There's gonna be a
Two
little
hundred,
Irby
two
somewhere
hundred,
out there. He may
two
not
hundred
raise him,
big
but he'll
ones,
be out
baby.
there.
Yeah. Keep the tradition alive. Kids not knowing their daddy. Yeah, that's right.
All right, you know, no, cut that. At that point, no, we're done. We're done.
Hey,
Bro. You know what? If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do to support. We appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next week or the week after. I don't know. Peace.
Peace.
peace.